Okay, how to play 25. So Dan got the deal by being dealt the ace at the beginning, and they were cut by Pat on his right, and he has dealt 3 cards around the table, and now he's just given out the last 2 cards, 2 to Pat and 2 to Dan, and we turn up a trump, and it's clubs. So all the clubs are trumps, all the other cards are draughts. Let's see what Dan got. Dan is the dealer, so Dan won't be leading off. The person to Dan's left will be leading off. So he's got the 5 of trumps, the best card in the pack, the ace of trumps, which means he can rob, and 3 draughts. And Tom has got second best card in the pack, the jack, a draught, and 3 other draughts. So we leave them there. And this is May. Let's see what May has got. She's got a trump, because the ace of hearts is always a trump. It's always the 3rd best card in the pack, and it's always regarded as a trump. So if it's led, trumps have to be played on it. And we've got 2 trumps and 2 draughts. So we've got 3 trumps here, including the ace of hearts, and 2 draughts. See what Anne has. Anne has all draughts, no trumps. And back to Pat, and Pat has 2 trumps, 3 draughts. I'm just putting the trumps over this side, make it easier. So Dan was the dealer, so Dan will be giving out the matches for the tricks. So the person to Dan's left will lead off, and have a choice. So Tom picks up his cards, and he has a look at them. Now he could play this trump second. There's only 1 card in the pack that will beat that, and it's likely that somebody around would have it. So it's most likely he won't play it. He'll play a good queen card. That's a good suit card to play, just for starters. So the Queen of Hearts is played, and it's winning because there's no other cards played. Now the Ace of Hearts would normally be played, but it has a choice of being reneged off the Ace, because it's renegable off anything lower than it, and the Queen is lower than it. Or he could play it and beat the Queen. So what he's going to do, he's going to renege it. He's going to play the 10. No, he's not. He's going to play the Jack. One of those draughts away. I'd play that. He has a choice. He could play it if he wanted, but then the 5 could be around. So he plays the Jack. So far the Queen of Hearts is winning, because there was no other heart played. And we have to follow suit, and it's the highest in red, lowest in black. And Anne cannot play anything higher than the Queen, so she played the 2 just to follow suit. You have to follow suit unless you're cutting in with a trump. So now the Queen of Hearts is still winning, and Pat here decides, I'll have a go at this trick. So he plays one of his trumps. He played the lowest trump he has. He can cut in with a trump anytime. So he plays the trump into the dealer. And the dealer looks at his hand now, because he has the fall of play, what they call the fall of play. Looks at his hand, and he has the Ace of trumps, which means he can rob. How to rob? You take the poorest card in your hand, place it face down, and take up the one on top of the deck, which gives you another trump. So now everybody has to remember clubs are trumps. So now to take his trick, the 8 won't take it, it's not strong enough. So he can take it with the ace. So he played the ace. Now Dan gets a match, because he's won that trick. He has to get 5 tricks to win. And he's going to come back his best card, which is the 5. They play the 5. And now Tom has to play on the 5. And what has Tom got to play on the 5? Oh, look, he has a trump. And he must play the Jack. Normally it would be renegable off every other card in the pack except the 5. But the 5 was played, and it's his only trump, and he must lose it on it. The 5 of trumps was led. Very important to remember what was led. Trump was led, and May can play a trump on it. The 5 will beat the ace, and it will beat the queen, so she puts the 10 of clubs on it. She must follow suit when the 5 is led. We'll put no trumps here, so we'll play the ace of diamonds. Card missing there. Play the ace of diamonds on that, and Pat has to play a trump, and he's only one trump. He must play it on it. So that means the 5 won that trick. So Dan gets that trick. So he's 2 tricks up. Now because Dan won, he has to play another card. So he has a choice again. He can keep going with trumps and hope that everybody is out with trumps, or he could play a good suit card and draughts. So if it's not a trump, it's a draught. Let's say he plays a good draught and saves his trump. So the king of diamonds is played. No diamonds here, can't follow suit. So he played the ace of spades. And May can play a club here. She can save her ace of hearts there. 2 big cards. Yeah, let's say she plays the queen of clubs, looking for a trick. So remember, diamonds are led. So diamonds must be played unless you're playing a trump. There's no diamonds here, so we can get rid of one of these cards. We'll play the 9. The queen of clubs is winning. Diamonds were led. Very important to remember what's led. And it's a diamond that's led, so we must play a diamond here. So Dan led the king of diamonds, so May won that trick, so May gets the match. 1 match. So now it's going to be May's turn to play, because May won. And May will play the ace of hearts. It's a good trick to play, a good card to play, sorry. To place it now, the ace of hearts is a trump, so it must get a trump, and if you have no trumps, you must play a heart. So she plays a heart. The ace of hearts is still winning. No trumps here and no hearts here, so we have to play that 8. A trump is led, which was the ace of hearts. It's always the 3rd best card in the pack, and it's always a trump. And we've no trump, so we have a trump here. We must play this trump on it. And the follow player comes in 2. Tom has a heart, so he must play the heart. He's no trumps. So that means the ace of hearts won that trick. So Dan gives May another trick. So that's another trick for May. So May won, so May plays her last card. It's a good draught card, king of spades. A spade led, must get a spade. Suit cards are stronger, that means the king is winning. Highest in red, lowest in black. King of spades led. Pat can't play a spade, so he's losing. Dan can't play a spade, so he loses. Tom has a spade, but it's not strong enough to beat the king, and so May wins that trick. Then May has 3 tricks. Now the cards are dealt again, and what I'll do is I'll put that in another clip.